Good morning, welcome to another video from Phace Installations. Ford Transit Custom, one of our most popular requests on YouTube and our emails. Can you do a stereo upgrade in a Transit Custom? Yes, we can. So if you've got a Ford Transit Custom 2013 onwards, this kind of stereo, very outdated, very boring, doesn't do a lot. Well, we're going to replace that stereo, replace that tweeter there, replace the door speakers there. So we're going to upgrade them. They're just very basic speakers that come with them. They're not very good quality at all. We're going to upgrade the stereo for Apple CarPlay, touchscreen, DAB, upgrade the speakers, stage 1 sound deadening, and then we're also going to put a reversing camera just above the number plate on the right hand side. Anyway, let's get this installed and come back after the break and see how we've got on. Okay, welcome back. So let's show you around the vehicle. So on the rear you can see there, very discreet, stunning wedge camera that's going to pick up that tow bar and obviously going to help reverse as well. Very wide angled, very clear quality camera. And if we walk round to the front, so as I said, we're upgrading the speakers. So those door speakers, take the door card off, there we go. This is what we were faced with. Broken waterproof paneling just there on the right hand side. So obviously somebody's already been in this before, possibly to replace the motor. Awful paper speakers. They're not damaged, but you can hear them vibrating when they go back and forward. Same with the passenger side. Somebody's had that paneling off already, again possibly to replace the door motor. So we've now taken the speaker out, put stage 1 sound deadening behind. As you can see here, there's the motor for the door, so I guess they've possibly been replaced in the past, hence all this damage. So we've done sound deadening, stage 1 on both doors. Made that as good as possible, the waterproof paneling on the right hand side, and then put our new BLAM 16cm speaker there. So that's the door card back on. We've taken that off, put a new BLAM tweeter behind. Again, done passenger side. So all speakers are upgraded in this vehicle. And then look at that. Absolutely stunning Pioneer 160 DAB touchscreen stereo. Very minimalistic, it's what we like. We don't like lots of buttons, anything ugly. We want it to look almost as factory as possible, but with huge enhancements. We do go the extra mile to try and make the vehicle as beautiful as possible when we spec out our products. A lot of people try and copy what we do, but we set the standards for everyone else to copy. So this is the touchscreen Pioneer stereo system here. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, DAB, Bluetooth. Little touches as well. The original screen above the stereo you can see is like blue and white, so we keep the buttons down the left hand side to match the colour that you can see there. You can store your favourite radio stations along the bottom. Then if you press that Windows button, that brings up your menu to bring you DAB or radio. So this is now FM, and again you can see all the stations along the bottom. Press your Windows button again, press DAB, up comes DAB. Okay, now that 3 lines will give you all the stations it can find. Scroll through, choose the relevant station that you want to listen to, and off it will play that station. You can store it again at the bottom, along the bottom row, 1 to 6, if it's one of your favourites. So these are you can see the buttons on the left hand side match the bluey white theme that the vehicle has. It's just a little touch, but it makes all the difference. Press the menu button again. If you had an Android phone connected, it would be highlighted Android Auto. We've got an Apple phone, as the custom's got an Apple. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Makes making phone calls, playing your music, latest sat nav, all built in there. It is just brilliant. So you can press the phone button, it all looks just like your iPhone on the screen. Then you've got your contacts, recent, keypad. Even if your vehicle is a business vehicle, you know, you're a courier or whatever, and you use your van all day, every day, you're going to be making phone calls, you want sat nav, these kind of things. It's very, very important to have simplicity, ease of use. This is a huge upgrade. Does full postcode. You probably know what Apple CarPlay or Android Auto is anyway, but if you don't, this just gives you a brief overview. Now, whether you want to use Apple Maps or whether you want to use a different mapping system, you can still use a different one. Just download it from the App Store. So if you've got Apple Maps as standard, but you wanted Google Maps, download Google Maps, or our favourite, Waze. And then you've got that mapping system to use instead. Just again, download it from the App Store or Google Play Store if you're Android. Put in your postcode or an address, job done. And it does all your favourite music as well. So if you've got Spotify, Apple Music, whatever music program you use to play all your tunes that are on your phone, will now be easily accessible on the stereo. I've linked it to the steering wheel controls as well. So plus and minus there for your volume up and down on the stereo. And then you've got track, fast forward and rewind. Now the Bluetooth, the hands-free side of it, the red and green, they won't work to answer the phone calls because that's the original stereo has the Bluetooth module in it. So you answer the call by pressing the screen. So volume up and down, as you can see here, or on the touch panel on the stereo, entirely up to you how you want to operate the stereo. And then I'll just show you now, you can fast forward and rewind through tracks, or if you listen to the radio, you can jump through the station list. Remember there was along the bottom row, 1 to 6, you can store your favourites, fast forward or rewind through different tracks. Stations, sorry. And then you've also got the voice button, which I showed you just a minute ago, that does Siri. We've utilised the existing USB socket up there, so you don't need to have any ugly cables draping over the dash. Stick your phone in there, connect it up, and it'll link to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So this is the voice button. Hey Siri, what's the weather like today?
Looks like it will be cloudy today. Daytime temperatures will hover around 24 degrees, with overnight lows around 15.
How good is that? And then stick it in reverse and you can see the rear camera. So again, you can see the tow bar, plus you can see what's behind you. Now we've made the red line, the guideline there, to be a foot away from the vehicle. And then the green line signifies that if you don't get any closer to that green line, you can stand behind the vehicle, open both doors, and you'll be able to get your stuff in and out. Plus we've also kept the optical parking sensor image at the top, so the parking sensors will still beep and will still show you the car or the vehicle at the top. And final thing, this is the old FM antenna. We've kept that, but we add a special box behind the scenes to make that turn into DAB. We don't always like adding extra antennas on the windscreen, but sometimes that's the only option. This one we can use that original antenna to turn it into DAB. Absolutely fantastic. This is a huge upgrade for the customer. So we've got new stereo with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, upgraded speakers, sound deaden because these doors do rattle, plus rear camera. Huge upgrade for this vehicle. Thanks for watching.